Hello, folks. I'm the Red. This is Crusader Kings 3. And last we left off, we had fully controlled Ireland, declared ourselves the Tondai, the king, and we're now going to go ahead and we managed to zero out our money. We were also attacked by King Alfred the Just of England, a conqueror who, he declared a holy war on us for the kingdom. We managed to repel him, although it cost us 1,500 gold in mercenaries. Well, somewhere around there. We're gonna let time tick along here because we need money, we need gold. And this is going to be the best way to get it. We have a longhouse and a palisade here. We build with gold. We may be able to recruit with will not stand for by impression of good Irish insulars any longer. Now is the time at hand. With Saint Cainach behind us, Saint Cainach guiding us, will rise up. No. You know what? You want freedom? You can have it in death. Let's just move this back here real quick. Wait, hold on. Okay, so some of our counts have joined us in this war. Oddly enough. Guaranteed protection. No longer valid. Conditional join. And we got a bunch of sieges happening here. Here we are with a learning perk. I'm gonna break this army here. Bushi was injured, but reflections on the future. I'm drawn to a nearby shrine. The faint clap of worshippers as they beseech Amaterasu for good fortune. It has been some time since I've had an opportunity for prayer and reflection. Should we worry about our health? We are almost 40. Future, dynastic favor, economic prosperity, or faithful servant, which is what we're going to pick because it's what we need. All I need is favor from Amaterasu. Yeah, we just broke their military. Which means that we should check I can wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, we can't revoke titles right now. I mean, we've established ourselves as the true King of Ireland. We captured this guy. So we'll convert. You have become possessed and irritable. I mean, it makes sense. You know, we've taken over all the land around you and instilled various other rulers. I want to check. Up to 13% culture acceptance with Irish. We want to get that all the way up to 80 to form a hybrid culture. Oh, and our wife here. Our third wife. Koresuke. Kinmichi. Moroyoshi. Let's check our children here. Koreshigi is one that we are educating ourselves. And you're the youngest. We are friends with our daughter, who is away from home? Currently in Dykeman? Why are you traveling? I'm going to also have you study Irish. You really should. Actually, if I go courtiers, do we speak Irish? Goildic? Yeah, we do. So I'm gonna go. You want 10 gold? I'm not paying gold out for anything right now. You are a guest. I can learn language from you. You've learned Arabic. What's this? Pay a ransom. Actually, I will go ahead and let you out if you pay for my coronation. Yeah. And wait, what? Post a coronation. Prove our legitimacy. Swear an oath. We will hold it in the capital. Reverence of mandates. We can detractors, embrace supporters, impress attendees. If we check our courtiers, not even our council, it's our subjects. We've got Portly, you're what, a minority, Glory Hounds, you're a minority, what is this? You're incapable, the Sleeping Chiefess. Oh. Looking at some zealots. So we've got all kinds, honestly. Again, I don't know why that's throwing us off into the middle of the map. Increase magnificence. Significantly increase magnificence. I mean, this is fine. Courtly and minorities actually would be good. Cultural acceptance? Oh, yeah, no, we want to do this definitely then. I don't need to do these anymore. Start a coronation. While I already reigned, it is the coronation that shall mark me as a true Tendai, and I am ready. Maybe we should have... it's fine. We wouldn't have been able to grab that northern territory, and we're already missing Deflin and Oriel, and there's not much I can do about that. Guests have come from near, from far, out of loyalty or curiosity. Raise my voice just enough to settle the attendees and welcome them to my coronation. Welcome, one and all. As the procession is about to begin, I overhear my vassal and my steward arguing who will lead the entry into the ceremony. A squabble echoes through the antechamber. One insists on being the most implacable, therefore the most deserving. The other claiming it should be the most implacable. What? We don't have a high enough. We could get a... You're a detract... What? I'm sorry, what? You're a detractor? Yeah, we have some major detractors here. Trying to seize, disrupt loyalists. Most people are supporters, but... You like us. Why are you a detractor? Why are you trying to disrupt loyalists? Well, you're trying to seize an advantage, which... Okay, that makes sense. Sure, whatever. And then... You dislike us because we forced you to serve us and convert. My vassal should be the one to go first. A moment quickly, Chieftain Adesusade greets me, bowing obsequiously. Fullness of the day makes his body shiver. I offer you my unyielding loyalty and support. An alliance would be the greatest honor. The chieftain... I am not looking for sycophants. Fine. It's fine to annoy him. Okada male? The flames of our fireplace dance in what looks like a round dance. The door to my chamber opens abruptly and I hear a familiar voice calling my name. Dear husband. Mitsuko's voice is soft and calm. This is our first wife. Our soulmate. I know the day is near where you will look at your reflection in the cold metal and wonder if you're doing the right thing. Let it be known. Let it be screamed from corner to corner. I will stand by your side. She had this commission. This is more than I could ask for. I mean, our current mail is, our current armor is, I mean, it's technically more prestige, and it gives us night effectiveness. But this is just more prowess. This just lets us fight better. I'll stick with the other one for now because it does let us, you know, better in war. What's this neighboring war? You're winning against tyranny wars. Queen Mitsuko, my wife, gestures towards me. What a dedicated audience. Before remembering, I shall ask one of my scribes to record the reaction of guests. We're likely to get it mocked, so no, the passage should revere Amaterasu. I'm not... This is not the culture I'm trying to improve relations with. Dearest Tendai, we wish to support you now in the days to come. The crown will soon rest on your head. But will our custom come to your heart? Not yours specifically. You're not our target audience here. It's the Irish, the locals. Chancellor Devlin, welcome to our court. I'm sorry, what? No, I don't really want some zealot horn dog. I mean, no. If you are as generous as you, here you're offering your best woman. If you are as generous as you are, but why don't you keep it? So these two men here, Chieftain Ed Macoder of Uemain, one of our, the flagellant from one-eyed, starved insularist, or Kimi Yusori Takamura the Honest. You hate me, and there's nothing I can really do about that. Two have been known for their feuding, and one to cede the role of the other should be a mark of humiliation. They both want to hold our sword here, our ceremonial sword that we managed to pick up on our journey. You're only trying to seize advantage. I'm not worried about you. We can make this work. Yeah, we have a great plan. All preparations are complete. Great ceremonial assembly now awaits in Waterford's high shrine. Cheers and exultation. My procession parts the holding thronging crowd. I am the very image of a great Tendai. Increased control, awed by the coronation. We can exploit the clergy here. Past the hall gates, my royal procession wends its way to a holy altar awaiting officiants. The nobility, the priests, and I solemnly take up our places. Now the rites of Guji's petition. I am uncertain I'm an uncertain figure to these clerics, and they deliver their customary requests with stringent. We safeguard the faithful as their tandai. We preserve the rights and privilege of Amaterasu's priests. We could... I mean, we don't want to spend our piety here, so we will say the words. We will... oh, so this will increase Irish Yamato cultural acceptance. So we will be doing this. Vassals of Ireland come forth to give their allegiance, one after another, raising open palmed hands, one after another, bending to give kisses of fealty. I am yet to properly become Tandai, but there is devotion in these supplications to move any heart. The great voices of the realm quavering with feeling, and their faces glow with hope. I must praise those new to these customs. Senior figures, tribespeople, are next to shuffleboard, givers of the commoners, the commons assent, and my great power and authority, the Guji, warn these stooped elders and ask if they accept me as the rightful Tandai. They voice the customary words well enough, and I promise my protection in return, for my mandate extends beyond highborn priests and nobles. My home, amidst Waterford's plains, is shared with many an Irish lowborn. I'm fine. Like, this sword I don't think is something we have to make sure stays with our house, and we want our house to stay in control of Ireland anyway, so carried forth in solemnity, the icons of Irish rule and the crown I am to bear are steeped in prayerful blessings. The priests prepare my finery with ritual motions and invocations to Omokane. With the ceremonies, my beloved Sasanian sword to become forever to Ireland, to be endowed forever to Ireland. Yeah, it's fine. We have no intention of ever losing Ireland, so it'll stay with our family. At last, I approached the sovereign throne as the Tandai I was always meant to be. I stepped forth alone for the supreme rank, bedecked in my inaugural regalia. But I am not alone. From the lowest gutter to the tallest tower, thunderous acclaim fires the empty air, as if the cries of thousands sundered this great hall, shaking it to the ground. I take the throne not as a man, but a kingdom. Not as a mortal, but as my subjects chant and sing, a gift from Amaterasu to the Irish people, an appeal to Yomi. May I sit here for many years to come. With the rites of Tandai's enthroning complete, the most senior of royal consorts is to be properly instated as queen. My wife conducts the rituals with her characteristic certainty. Her lowly breeding is betrayed somewhat when Mitsuko fumbles with the more obscure vows of fealty to Amaterasu. But long, and with great ceremony, Mitsuko's crown is laid on her head for the first time. Kingdom of Ireland acclaims their queen. She is our soulmate, after all. So the assembly watches me, some with hope, some with doubt, all waiting for me to speak of my reign and swear to the future. I can hear the questions they do not speak. Will I be just? Will I be fair? How will I govern as the first Tandai of these lands? For we are the first king in over 20 years, maybe 30 now at this point. I do not stand here as Tandai to echo their expectations. I have come to choose my own path and a way forward for the kingdom. Whatever Ireland becomes, whatever I become, begins with this very moment. We can expand the realm, but that's actually not likely because we're going to hit up against the borders of a unified England and Alba. Ensure peace. Within 50 years, we need to become a great hunter. Meh. Stall claimants. Meh. Repent. Swear no throne. Need to complete at least 4 pilgrimages, have devoted servants. I mean, our pilgrimages will be across the entire world. That's not going to happen. Secure alliances is unlikely. I think we're going to try to ensure peace. Long last, some food. We're going to have our feasts here. Make a friend. Our wife, wet nurse, and lover. My wife, Queen Shazada, purses her lips as she scoots over to me. My sensible husband, such times we've shared, such memories. As always, it's a joyful day when I'm blessed with your company. She did join us. She's Bedouin, Arabic. She's, joined us for half our journey at least. So she has been with us for quite a while. Ah yes, nearby Queen Kauruko. This is our new queen, who has given us a child already. Enthusiastically interjects. People tell the tales of your past when Shazdan married Kamdai. She's a spineless empath. May we have many fine memories to come. We could tell Queen Mitsuko had too much to drink, even though she insisted on showing us how sober she was. Simply rising from her seat proved too much. Now I'm splattered with stinking vomit. Yeah, you really should be ashamed of yourself. Like, you should put on a good... I understand you're robust, you think, I can handle my drink, but you should put on a good standard for your fellow wives. Please allow us to pray to Amaterasu to bless your reign, make it long and prosperous. It's my pleasure to assent. As if on cue, my friend Chieftain Jongchu saunters up with a plate of food and cup of something wretched. Yeah, we're feeling sick. Must leave and rest. Kagafumi shouts my courtier from across the hall. Fairfield Lang. He's one of the men that we forcibly recruited. You think a new crown makes you so mighty? Then by Amaterasu, drink, prove yourself a worthy Tenda. Yeah, we're gonna drink him under the table. Easy. The nobility begin a carefully choreographed round dance. Bearing symbolic props, they act out scenes from my dynasty's rise, triumphs, and aspirations. I'm assuming this would be scenes from our travel. All eyes turn towards the central figure of the spectacle. My court priest performs the role of the realm itself, swathed in Kingdom of Ireland's regal colors, bound in golden ribbon, declaring loyalty with solemn grace. The guests nod in approval. I applaud the performance. Oh! And our wife, the one that we have just become friends with, Korekage, has given us another son. Tension coils around Zend, who is quite a few things, a personal physician and garden hermit. And my courtier, this man who has been interjecting himself, he's actually our only detractor at this point, although all he is wanting to do is bear witness to the scene. They sit apart, glaring and gesturing bitterly to each other's directions. I hear the echoes of grudges only my crown can still. Even amidst his bad-mouthing, Zende still smiles loyally when he notices my gaze on him. Virgo, on the other hand, sits atop his table, draped amply in woolen defiance. He leads his cadre of like-minded detractors in mocking, obnoxious Zed. Come, come, we must revel as one. And I have worked tirelessly to promote the glory, to foster the grandness of my coronation. The guests are flushed with the inspiration of what they've witnessed here, radiant admiration. It was a fitting start for my parade as a Tendai. From the beginning till the end, I spared no effort to impress all my attendees, friend and foe alike, but my fair-handed presence and utter focus on this test of gathering was for the trust of other cultures. My reign begins. I'm going to take a little look here. Yeah, 26% with the Irish culture and moving in the correct direction. Oh, and we can start things moving along. I know we said we're gonna, ensure peace. But we're gonna start with a war. You have you have an ally up here, which is fine. We're gonna just conquer this county here. Learn the language. I mean, he thinks we insulted him. No, we didn't. We said the correct thing. You're flattering your father, not insulting him. And we're gonna leave this up. I mean, we captured you, but if I ransom you, we would get the money, and I like money. We'd sponsor someone here, but this king is just consolidating everything here. I've gained a rival here, which, okay, this adventuring rival. We let him pay his way out, and from then on he couldn't be, we couldn't be we couldn't find him or anything. So I'm gonna consider who we should place in charge of this little spit of land over here. And I think rather than any of the people before, you're a novice physician, so what I'm gonna do is rather than you, we had another Irishman here. You are intimidated by us. Oh, you are married to our daughter. Yeah, no, you're great. I'll grant you that land there. You may also end up with the whole title here at some point down the line. And this is 9 months. We've learned the language here, the Norse language, not the Irish language. We already knew that. Hiramoto, another child from our third wife. You... Hold on. Someone within 5 years... Shigi, you're not our eldest. You're... Oh man, you're two beautiful children. You're both attractive, so you're going to make attractive kids. You're the same age. Let's betroth you. Sadayoshi, the brilliant strategist and a faithful blade. Ooh, okay. Let's find you a spouse, a woman within 10 years of you. I mean, ugh. Let's hold off, maybe someone else will show up. Is this one of those things where we can look for it? Search for gardener. You know, one of the things that we're needing to do here is become this prophet, because our plan is to create a new Shinto faith. Oh, and this doesn't stay between saves. Which only is going to cost us, after we pay for it, a couple thousand piety. So I'm actually inclined to go and perform a ritual sacrifice. Offering of 50 gold or... This is literally plus 14. Yeah, no. Temple of Ferns. We're gonna perform at a local shrine. We're gonna arrive soon. For nothing but my devotion, or yeah, nothing but my devotion gets us 100. And I'm gonna tick this. Thank Amaterasu. I can go inside again. Oh, and we technically have now visited the Kingdom of Ireland, which brings us to get a new learning perk for which we're gonna become a prophet. Mitsusuke. Mitsumori. Yeah. You're our first wife. And yeah, youth of a certain age may participate in a rite of passage. Okada Okiko, who is our second daughter. Time brings new adults into a Yamato tribe, but only proving ceremonies establish maturity, status, and worth. Okiko, my daughter, is of a suitable age. She can undergo a water cleansing. Tribe gathers reverently by the water edge at the holy Sugunari, as the holy Sugunari hoists the ceremony cup. From some few drops begins the sea. From girl comes woman, so it begins. He tips out sacred water onto hair and skin. In the name of Watasumi, let the waters cleanse you. Let it wash away the child and leave the wisdom of adulthood. The next part of the ceremony falls upon me, and the sacred pool awaits. Yeah, to near drown is to know the water. She is cleansed, and is a proven tribal adult. I thought that was going to go for our son, but I wasn't going to deny her the opportunity regardless. And... oh, time's not moving. We can create the Duchy of Munster. I don't really need to do so at the moment. Low control in Ulster. Which... oh no. Maybe we'll switch you over. We'll consider doing our 5 years here. Well, hold on. What are you doing? I mean, you're conquering... it's attacking you for... oh. I'm gonna take the opportunity here And we get one kingdom invasion, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna invade. Oh no, that costs us. That'll cost us our piety. Holy wars cost piety too. Seize de jure duchies. Or conquer the county. I'm going to go ahead and just conquer the county. Let's raise the forces here. It didn't take months to do this, where we would take quite a few less months because of our siege equipment. Also, I want to lead this. A royal court? Nope. Sometimes it'll pop up with saying that there's something to do and there's not. Or a holy war for the Duchy of Munster. With the conflict in Oriel over, the wounded and the maimed have limped away from the battlefield, whilst the most noteworthy of the dead are carried off by friends and retainers. For my own part, I was caught in some of the thickest fighting. Little finesse to be had, just hacking, screaming, and killing. My head still spins from the blows and adrenaline. Surges of fear and rage and exultation and spinning. My head is spinning. My vision blurs, then doubles, and I begin to topple into the dirt. Fetch a physic! The Tanda has been struck! Goes the cry, and the last thing I see is Chieftain Bao Shengzhan pushing through the crowd. Okay, this is not certainly going to give us incapable. I saw this icon here and was suddenly very afraid. No, we're not going to... Bao Shengzhan, please. My head. Strong-willed. We have won this war here and claimed Dublin. We have some prisoners here. Who I mean, I guess you just don't care about this child? Let's take a moment here and go for our courtiers that are all children, and you're being educated as a stewardship. You're 1 year old, you're 12, 2, 1. Okay. You are... Yeah, you're a daughter of ours, an 8-year-old daughter without... Wait, hold on. Didn't we have... Oh, our son also came of age. So, I'm gonna double check here. We have a 2-year-old son, a 1-year-old son. You're 8 and are currently being educated by us. You're 12. Ugh, you're already sadistic. I guess we will go ahead, educate you. We can ransom this man. You're attacking us. So if we attack here... Alright, I'm gonna switch our raise here in military. I'm gonna say... Oh, yeah, no, the mercenaries. We can't afford any mercenaries. Our son killed a man in battle. Okay. So we go to our inventory here. Detailed maps. I have a maximum. Oh. I'm gonna go military, mercenaries. Your forces. I'm gonna switch that to over here. Fire you. All gather, and I just hope we have enough to break them. All I can hope. Sacred Ashes. A building on the Emily Temple grounds has burned to the ground. My court priest cries. Monks and scholars scramble to find a new place for their work. If you could help restore the temple, surely Amaterasu will bless you. I'm gonna see how this temple set ablaze. We don't have the money to rebuild it. Captured. Okay, You can stay in prison if you don't have the money to pay your way out. Fire was the result of a natural occurrence, with the air so dry and the sun blazed, no wonder a fire was started. Oh, well, it's in the past now. Okay, well, you're gonna come back via boat. Try to land on us again. Counselor has died. Our steward. Our chancellor. Sure. Actually, no. You will be our steward, and then you will be our counselor. And I want you to work on domestic affairs. Also, you should increase control here. Dublin. Fiji Norman. It's fine, we can cross the river to engage them. Moment's carelessness can have dire consequences. A servant simply forgot to lock the gate, and suddenly Koreshige is outside, face to face with a stray Mongol. The danger has passed, and the child is back in his room and unharmed, but after the aftermath still demands my attention. I wasn't scared at all, he announces proudly. I could have fought a whole pack of wolves. Sure, brave is better than any of those. I don't mind you being brave. Ennis under siege? Oh. I'm going to check our prisoners here, and you can afford your ransom. English war banner. Yeah, fine collection to my addition. A fine addition to my collection. We will place it up on the wall. I want to check. Dublin doesn't have any improvements. Nobuko, that's the exact same thing happened. Yeah, you can be brave too. Faction is powerfully working against us. Dublin's under siege, which it doesn't look like they're going to escape us, even though they're trying to run to sea. Okay, this Duke seems to be spending his gold back and forth. I saw him go down. And I'm happy to have beaten off. There we go. He's paid a significant amount of gold to us. Yeah. He killed quite a few of his men. And we're going to go ahead and take a little break here. We're slowly consolidating Ireland. And we have beaten England twice. Once at great cost to us, and once giving good money to us. He has a new wife, a 19-year-old wife, a gay wife. The man's 45. How old are we? We're 43. He's only a couple years older than us, so he's not likely to die before us and, you know, start leaving us alone or anything. He has 3 daughters. Only one of which... No, I don't know why you are the one that is the primary heir. What's your kingdom's laws? Male preference... Saxon elective. So you have an elective law structure. How'd your wife die? Your first wife died of smallpox. So, yeah, we're defending ourselves again and again here. We have sent this counselor to... Oh, we can move the realm capital to Dublin. It is the de jure capital of Ireland. So, it's Norse. Culturally. The true faith is we're hostile to each other. So, you know, we're both pagans, but we're both very different kinds of pagans. We don't consider each other, you know, any more close than we do with the Christians. Our religion, we do have, yeah, we have the... There's one thing I definitely want to get here, more than anything else. We want to get Christian cynicism, so that we can, you know, stop having the Christians raid us so much they'll, you know, focus on other targets. We need some ways to start gathering faith, which probably will begin with... I mean, we could hold a plot. Oh, there's a tournament happening. Okay. I'll consider... We have enough money. We do have enough money to go on a pilgrimage, which might actually be the thing we do. Because we just need to show that we are faithful, so that we can reform the religion, so that we can get Christian cynicism, and maybe they'll stop targeting us primarily, and he'll start going after anyone else. The Swedish and Danish kings are both still also true. But wow, you are a holy warrior. Brilliant strategy. You are a ordained. I mean, Conqueror just gives you straight gold. That feels cheap. In any case, as I said, we will be continuing until we're, you know, probably at least until King Alfred dies. Most likely until we die. Just because we want to hit a point where we're certain we're going to continue, like our dynasty will continue to rule Ireland for long after our existence. In any case, if you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time where we will continue playing Crusader Kings 3.